Welcome to Tidbit Talkin. Here's some ideas about boatloads of entertainment media. Some serious, others not so much. Generally only spoilers for whatever's currently featured, and a bit of vague references to other things in a shared universe. Now with all of that out of the way, here we go. Mikey's wearing that floaty so he can get an early warning of threats like jellyfish whenever its popping starts going on. Shredder can't take Manhattan Island away until the turtles are firmly on vacation because Don would always have earthly abnormality detecting junk checking everything out when they're home, since living underground kinda makes seismic activity a tad more worrisome than usual. The normally only sandy desert tour helping camouflage adorned foot soldiers jumped at the chance to go beachcombing because they generally don't have a shot at performing field work since their main foes usually aren't found in such water-lacking places. Flashy special moves are accessible now due to the extra physical and mental stamina a lack of overworked muscle soreness has provided these radical reptiles. Sir Savage Saki Synchronized Swimming Strike Squad exists because posing as traveling performers is the best way to carry out stealth missions underwater. Shredhead and Krang whip out heavier artillery and stronger troops at this bridge because they kinda expected the actual military to show up after their shenanigans with snatching away an entire island. That ball and chain deal on Bebop's skull may not have been purposefully installed. It's most likely some scrap from the bridge that got stuck on his head. He's trying desperately to get off of it. Thus, his attacks here are mostly unintentional comic relief dealies. That wacky Foot Clan would of course try and fully preserve the subway system so they can both keep a lootable lair around for traditional heist action and also have an enormous source of Technodrome rebuilding parts always available. Laser Limbo is almost definitely a training game turned real attack method. Deadly distractions like this are basically the only way these miserable martial mooks can sneak some fun in. A giant Mauser gets utilized, but Baxter Stockman never shows up because he's pissed and doesn't want to work with these tough-toe twirling tusslers, since they destroyed his home during current plan executing hoopla. This weaponized compressed hard light beam filled treadmill conveyor doodad was a failure employee mocking punishment thought up by bot bundled brain boss to make the more free-thinking troops suffer for coming up with that game mentioned a bit ago. Krang seems like he'd get a kick out of turning his subordinates' pastimes into ironic penalties. Something along the lines of, if these guys want to play around, they better be really good at it. Razar was separated from Toka because the latter's latest mutation of freeze breath has made it unsafe for these two to play together anymore. On that note, his best baddie buddy is guarding the sign because he got too distracted by its pretty lights and kept coming back whenever somebody stationed him anywhere else, so his bosses were just like, whatever, screw it. Another giant vermin eliminating riding contraption is wielded up here because nobody wants rodents on their Cosmos exploring vessel. Shredder couldn't transform into his super form in their normal underground base, what's it, because only Krang's spaceship holds tech that can instantaneously create him some new clothes. Endings are a pain, but all of you are fantastic. See ya.